Hello, hello, hello. This is Pastor Jay of Walker Truth Radio Network with your Wednesday's Wisdom. Hey, you guys, how are you doing today? It's a very cold day where I'm at, and I hope it's sunny and warm where you're at and you're residing today. I hope that you have love in your heart and wisdom in your mind. Getting canceled. Amen. That is the subject for the day. You know, being a Christian, being a pastor, walking the walk of just life. There's always a group of people that wants to cancel you, wants to make you irrelevant, insignificant. They want to set you aside. They want to castrate you. They want to put you out of the day-to-day activity of the world. And we're in a time in history where getting canceled is really a thing. I mean, if you have opposing view that doesn't fit what everybody else thinks, they want to get rid of you. They want to assassinate you. They want to take your livelihood from you because you don't agree with their ideology, their religion, their point of view. And it's kind of interesting to me that I see the so called liberal people that are touting liberalism wanting to cancel the voices that dissent against them. So who's the real liberal? Who's the one who would want to hear dissenting voices? I think that the fact that there are dissenting voices gives flavor to society. All people are not like all people. I'm gonna say it again. All people are not like all people. I'm not like you. You're not like me. The only thing we have in common is that we're gonna breathe air, that we're gonna pay taxes, and that we're gonna get up out of here. Other than that, we are all magnificently different. We are uniquely and wonderfully made. So, if we're all part of the human race, how can we afford to cancel anybody that dissents from our position, our view, our experiences? Being an African American, we've had so many titles over the years handed to us, and some we have adopted our own. But I don't understand how we can afford to cancel each other. What is black enough? What is white enough? What is conservative enough? What is heterosexual enough? What is homosexual enough? What is all these labels that keep us divided in our individual minds that causes us to believe that we're so superior in our thought, our action, our deed, and being altruistic that we can counsel somebody? I'll wait. Jesus was canceled. Gandhi was canceled. Martin Luther King was canceled. Malcolm X was canceled. These people were counseled by the society, by the ruling parties. But in that cancellation, it brought more light. Jesus said this: if they did it to the green, they'll do it to the dry. He also said that they will hate you for my sake, and they will put you out of the churches and the synagogues because of me and the message that you carry, the dissenting message against the society of the day. It's corruption, it's perversion, and the perverted wants to cancel the good. They wrap it in a way to make the good sound evil. The Bible says that in this last day, the people will not adhere to sound doctrine, and they will raise up these people that will tell them what they want to hear and cancel out the doctrine that they need to hear. If they did it to Jesus, they're going to do it to you. So you don't worry about being canceled. Matter of fact, you need to wear the fact that they will try to cancel you as a badge of honor. All those who have been significant in society has swam against the grain of the masses. So being canceled may not be so bad. Once you get to a certain understanding and the age and the wisdom, what can man do to you? They can destroy my body, but they can't destroy my soul. They can destroy Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and so on and so forth, but they can't destroy his message because the message supersedes the natural time of being on this earth. So to be canceled actually sets the message afire. The gospel got set afire because Jesus got canceled. The gospel got set afire because the apostles were martyred. The gospel got set afire because Stephen got stoned. So what are you to fear? Cancellation is part of the badge of honor that you wear to say that I am not going to be a sheep and just go with what people say. I am risking to be canceled by them. It might mean your livelihood, it might be your loved ones, and it may require your life. But being canceled is okay. It's okay. They canceled the blind man that got healed by Jesus when he said, I don't know who he is, but all I know is one thing. Where I was blind, now I see. And they canceled him out of the synagogue. They put him away because he would not agree with them. We're supposed to be the freest country in the world, but we cancel everybody that doesn't agree with us. And what we have is the light being shined on the hypocrisy of our whole nation. We don't really like each other. Everybody wants to serve their own interests. Everybody wants a letter. Everybody wants a title. Everybody wants distinction. Everybody wants to be set apart in their different categories and subcategories. But how can you get unity if the purpose is to recognize you not as part of a whole, but so significant as one that you feel threatened, you feel set apart, you feel castrated because you're different and nobody wants to hear that. And the enemy of my enemy becomes my friend so they can counsel me. I'm telling you now, you should wear that cancellation as a badge of honor. You should look at being canceled as something that is good because what you're trying to do is show that it's okay to have opposing views. It's okay to even disagree with vigor. But why do we have to get violent? Why do we have to shoot, maim, kill, destroy? Why do we have to defund, take away, and then ignore the truth of the matter is that men prefer darkness rather than light because their deeds are evil. That is a natural disposition of man. They don't want to come into the light because their deeds will be exposed. And the cancel culture is just a darkness that tries to tap out the light of dissent in every aspect of life. But then there are the stars of the cancel culture that say, you know what? Cancel me. And the more you try to cancel me, the more I'm going to talk. And the more you try to cancel me, the light is going to shine. So cancel me. Make up something. Say that I talked against you. Say that it's hate speech. All of that stuff. Our comedians can't be funny and shine a light on the reality of life because they're worried about being canceled. Our poets can only say fruity, tooty things and not show the darkness of society. Gangster rap is being banned because it pointed out in it and through music what the African American youth were going through and what they were seeing through their eyes. If we cancel free speech and cancel all dissent, you'll never know the real truth because you'll never see it from their perspective. You will only see it through one lens, and that's not good enough because you need to look at things circumspectly as the Bible has said. And you have to consider others sometimes more than yourself so you can learn. But you're worried about being canceled. I get it. I get it. You're worried about being canceled. You're worried about them knocking on your door and telling you that you can't have a job because you said this or that. Your opinion has offended them. Who is them? Have you ever noticed it's never a name on them? It just be them. Them may have a spokesperson, but the spokesperson didn't really receive the offense. The spokesperson is responding to the offense that was brought to them by them and they. We're so individualistic, we want to be called pronouns now. Me, myself, and I. Three people, one person, self centered on what I want. But yet and still, how can I be self centered and still say that I care about others? See, you got to see the hypocrisy in that. And now that I said that, I might be counseled. What is your name? What is the name your parents gave you? If you want to change your name, fine. But why do you want to call yourself a pronoun that becomes insignificant, but yet and still you want to be unified with the world that you believe that doesn't care for you? But the world does care for you. We care for you just like you are. You can be who you are. You can be who you want to be, and that's what you want. Fine. But don't make it because I don't understand. I don't agree with you. Don't counsel me. Explain it to me. Sit down and talk to me. This microwave communication that we do through text has ruined us in our ability to deal with each other because we would take a capital letter and just assume that the person is hollering at us, but maybe the person can't see. Maybe they have sight challenges, but you're going to cancel them. Maybe social media has gotten to the point where it's part of the problem because we're moving so fast, we don't have time to think. And therefore, we say things out of our emotions versus filtering it through a process of thought and then carrying that thought out to its logical conclusion. You don't find that too much anymore. We set rules, regulations, and laws, and we got so many laws on the books we can't even keep up with them. And the one thing we keep trying to tell people: love each other, care for each other, watch out for each other. But you can't legislate from the outside what needs to be on the inside because you keep trying to cancel what's on the inside, hoping that it will change the outside. You can't do that. You have to teach the inside to love. You got to teach people how to love. That doesn't come naturally, but we go forward and we do what we do. We might get canceled. So I'm gonna bring this to a close. I'm gonna land the plane, as they say. I want you to think about today. Who are you willing to cancel? Make a list of everybody that you would like to cancel. And then think about that. Think of 10 people that you would like to cancel. Put those names down, look at them, and put down why you want to cancel them, whether politicians, actors, celebrities, friends, relatives, anybody. Get 10 or more people and write them down that you want to cancel. And then once you write them down, think about this. What if those 10 people got you on the list to cancel and they had the ability to cancel you for even thinking about canceling them? We're at the point where people are trying to get in other people's heads before they even say anything to cancel them, not allowing them to make mistakes as a youth and holding it against them for decades. The Bible tells us when we were a child, we thought as a child, we did as a child. We did childish things. But when I became a man, I put those things away. So there's some things that were done in my youth that I've learned from mistakes, from bad, horrible mistakes, that now that I'm more mature, I won't make them. And maybe I regret them, but cancel culture will hold your feet to the fire. But if you ever notice, those people who are doing cancel culture cannot withstand the microscope on their life. That's why they talk so loud, because they don't want you to be, they want you to get so scared of them that you won't go back and look at what they've done, the darkness of their life, the closet stuff they done. And then have you noticed that what's done in the dark is always brought to light? And eventually the people who you think are out here doing it and you're respecting end up having clay feet just like you. And then you find out what they were telling you not to do, they're doing 10 times, 100 times worse than you. And then you wonder, why did you trust them? Because they talk too much, they talk too loud, and they sound hip. Beware of those who want to cancel people, because that same person you look up to that likes to cancel people may one day decide to cancel you. This is Pastor Jay of Walk with Truth Radio Network. I always want you to be encouraged, blessed, and at peace. do me a favor. Please like, subscribe, and share whatever platform you're listening on. And also, remember, walk in the truth of the Lord and be encouraged and blessed. And have a great Wednesday. That's your Wednesday wisdom. Getting counsel. Peace.